Good evening.
Hi,
Right.
can you wait just 1 second? I want to get my headphones. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Olam hazeh domeh lepros dor. Chaftes. Rachman yarachem aleinu b'tol klal Yisrael atzrichim rachamim gedolim. Karvein la'avodos le'yisborach. Asher lezen nivra adam. Lo ze ein tam lebriya. There's no purpose for the bria unless for avodas Hashem. Avopela v'chia chacham yaseh davar hakoleh. Why would HaKadosh Baruch Hu make something which is self-destructive? In other words, which is temporal, I guess we would say. It's astonishing. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is omnipotent. He can make something ex nihilo. Just so he did that. He could have made something which is sustainable for eternity. So therefore, one is compelled to say that this world is, as we say, a prosdor, a hallway, and there's going to be eventual world, because it says a person's going to his ultimate world, which is the world to come. And temporarily, he's tested this world, world which is not his. And they come out till he goes back to his place. World which is all good and long. That is his eternal sustained world. And this is appropriate and pleasant for the greatest source of wisdom. He could have made something indeed. He makes something which is eternal. And nothing comes to him for naught. The lama. So why are we here? Since Hashem is omnipotent, obviously, he put his share in this world, which is not ours, to prepare our supplies for the eternal world. If he is tested here and he passes the test. Assuming at this conclusion, how foolish are the people who take this world, which is a temporary world, like it is, as if it is a permanent world. Then they end up neither with Olam Hazeh nor Olam Haba. Chaval al davin, woe on the loss. Nechamasam below itam, woe on their consolation at the wrong time, meaning they console themselves in this world as opposed to the world to come. Hashem is saying, Hashem should save us from such stupidity, which goes against one's basic initial understanding. There is no sage like nature. In other words, I assume this means something similar to, no, let's see what he says. They denigrate nature as if it's not possible for nature to create something which is sustainable, only something which is negated. Woe from heaven on the stupidity. I guess what he means is that, nature could have, if everything was natural, we see things which are natural which last longer than us, including giant turtles. So since that's the case, why would nature have made us, if nature has all these powers, why would it limit our creation, our capacities, if not that there was a divine plan for it, and this world is only a temporary world? I think that's what he's saying.
I think you're right.
Who are those who are hefker, who don't want this eternal world? They're stupid. Also, we can't have pity on them. But even though it's also to have pity on them, we still have that pity on them. Because Torah also has uh, no, I guess maybe not. Torah doesn't have pity on them, but does have pity on animals. Ashenena Yodas. No, it says gonna chosim aleim k'ma behema. We still have mercy on them, like we have mercy on animals. Shenena Yodas Shema doesn't know to safeguard itself. Simcha kim down michaye behemos. It's a happiness for us where it's different than animal life. We live the life of a person to eternity. Okay, so this we thank Kosh Baruch Hu that He put us in this place as a portion. You should know, licentious thoughts are only to be found in a heart which is empty of wisdom. Therefore, you should expand your intellect with wisdom, be not tell me and be saved from inappropriate thoughts. It says, the breasts of Torah, your avucha, they will satisfy you b'chol ace at all times. Perush, meaning, as ki mi she'eino osek b'chachma, somebody who's not about chachma, lo yitzar etzlo arev, you can't imagine anything pleasant, ki im k'mashgel, except for its sexuality. They're similar to that. As opposed to people involved in wisdom. Because the pleasure of wisdom is higher. Why? That which is pleasant, like sexuality. After the intimacy, so they turn away from each other. Each one turns to their side of the bed. Because the pleasure is fleeting. It's only for the moment. Supposed to the pleasure of wisdom, it's constant. If the wisdom is pleasurable in this world, which is not its true place, how pleasant it will be in its true world, where it is beautiful and pleasant. Life like this is appropriate for the omnipotent to bestow his goodness on man. Somebody doesn't understand this. He exchanges his world for a world which is not his. He won't get that which he wants. That which he did attain immediately is not his. Because it goes away. So those inappropriate opinions which are found in people there are only in hearts which are empty of wisdom. Is not accustomed also to profound analysis. So therefore he doesn't understand anything properly in its true content. It's basic knowledge. I'm a chayiv. In other words, muskar is basically a common sense, right? This is a premise which everybody should agree to. That that this world is a hallway to Olam Haba. If he's tested here appropriately, he goes dakruach to be. I assume he means of a spiritual nature. In other words, that his spirit is refined, full of wisdom. To stand in the palace of the king. Who will be able to stand in the the mount of God, and who will stand in his holy place. Now the thing is, that's not the next passage does say doesn't mention their chochma. Says somebody who's honest and has a good heart and does not deceitful in his oaths. So this argument about chochma, I think, is good and is meant for people who are b'nei Torah or intellectuals. But the Hamoinam is not required to be a chacham. This is clearly from that very pasuk. You see, it's not that way. But Reb Simcha is speaking to people who are Zayich learn Chochmo Mussar. So they're stuck. because for them Hashem demands more. V'daki tam kedusha, that one says Mia kum mikom kadsho, more only yosanifla. So this kedusha indicates the most wondrous pleasure. Yeshabar Zebali, that kedusha is the most wonderful pleasure we can explain. But it takes a long time. But I can't explain it now. There is a video which sometimes I show in class called "The Fire Yogi," about a yogi, a guru in India who eats 2 bananas and a cup of milk twice a day, and that's what he's been doing since the 1970s. Doesn't have any water even, except little few drops. So the guy who interviewed him said, how it must be very, very hard to give us the pleasures of the world like this. Said, I wish I could describe to you the pleasures that I have. So obviously, if it's true about an Indian Hindu guru, then we assume that it's true about people who are Kodesh V'Tor. So there is this idea that Kedusha is the highest form of Tainu. Not necessarily that I am going to reach that level, but there is such a level. Mussar can explain a common sense which cannot be denied. A person is created only to withstand the test and fix his shortcomings. The Gra says that Mishlei Dalad Yugimel, that which a person is alive is to fix, to be shover the midos, which he hasn't yet broken, and he has to be mechazik himself to do this, because if not, why is he alive? So that's what he's alluding to here. Person is here to be masaki in his chesroinus, to be able to stand in the palace of the king, Malchus Shalom, king of the world. But tanuk ain't tachlislo with unlimited pleasure. Matchmakers. Yasim Mabato Lizabeg Ben Adam Ladomelo. They'll try and between people who are similar to each other. When I was in the mirror in Eretz Yisrael, I was once read a shidduch, and the only common denominator we seem to have had is that we both were redheads, because being a redhead is big chisar for Yerushalmis. So therefore, you match up one redhead with another redhead. So I don't know why, but in any event, so I mean I can figure out why. But in any event, you try to put people similar. A person can't live in the same layer as a snake. Again, there's nothing as smart as nature. Why would nature create such couples who don't have any correlation and similarity? Mamish. Person shouldn't live with a snake in one layer. And he's not talking about here the shidduch between human beings, man and woman. He's talking about the shidduch between the nefesh and the guf. Right? That shidduch. Nefesh HaMaskel Shadam, the intellectual soul of man, with his repugnant and dirty body, with so many repugnant aspects, more than any other animal. How can this great wise entity, nature, make such a connection with such opposites? The tachlis is because that they are opposite from literally polar opposites. Again, the refined, intelligent soul. The zakah, which is pure, v'torah, mikol chalav v'tumah, from any dirt and pollution, like malachim. Zeu mashakol maskil ezos kayedu maskilim. And this is what any person who has intellect can see this as intelligent people do. Know that the soul is an angelic thing. Because that's clear. So how can the possibly make a connection to this repugnant body, repugnant from all creatures? Also, our heart is impeded by all sorts of shortcomings. More Human beings are far more complex and greater Yetzer Haras than any other animal. The greatest person can fall into the greatest Avera just because of some false honor he's thinking against. But example, Korach was very smart. But covered Paraslam of honor spread its net on him. So Meraglim, the 10 spies with Doli Ador, the Dordea, the greatest of the generation of wisdom Shaldor Midbar. They were also caught up in the net of honor. Even after the Matan Torah. And even though they did tshuva afterwards, I guess not the Meraglim themselves, but the other people. How even temporarily could they have fallen prey to this? So it was obviously it shows that the shortcomings of a person are wrapped around his heels. Even to the greatest person. You'll see if he gets distracted from his enemy, lays an ambush for him every moment. So this shidduch between the nefesh and guf doesn't work out well. Even according to the methods of a human shadchan, Yehudi Shah was born of a woman. So certainly nature should not make such a shidduch. So therefore, even somebody who's the slightest intelligent can understand. It must be deliberate. Was a lofty soul, which is high up like the angels. It was mishadech with the disgusting body, that according to the loftiness of its loftiness and its intelligence, which are manifold in it, if it works appropriately according to its koyach yesh le'el it has the capacity to fix the many shortcomings of the polluted body. Tzaddik knows the soul of his own animal, meaning his animal soul. He knows his own shortcomings in his nefesh. And is the mightiest of doctors. To heal many sicknesses. And we're called wise if he does so. Because eternal happiness. To be like his creator. I guess.
Yeah, that's what I have.
We brought him to life. And we're supposed to be this way. We're supposed to bring ourselves to life. So it's supposed to bring ourselves to eternal life. And our soul should be bound up in this pleasantness forever. So he's saying that the fact that the body and soul are brought together, the highest of the high with the lowest of the low, makes no sense unless there's some master plan for it. Or otherwise, this is a lousy way to go through this world. In fact, it's anguish to be so smart and have to live, and so better not to be smart. Better not to have
right.
This is the intent of the Bria for the omnipotent creator. This is what you saw, and this is what's appropriate. You have a basic common sense evidence of Tachlis on the purpose of man. Also Torah. Because you need a manual of instructions. Otherwise, how are you going to know we have life in a place where nobody lived before? Certainly, we need to get to the higher world. I have amazing things to say about this. It's better time to be short. Let us be inspired on the purpose of this shidduch between guf and nefesh. To toil. And above all, the analysis and thought. Ukliyas Ratzon, and subjugating the desires that will be zen on staff, and with this we will be successful. And I see we're going to have several hemshekin for this. Okay, Lamed, Lamed Aleph, and Lamed Beis all are hemshekin to this. Okay, so hopefully we'll see some of those Dvarim Niflaim.
Very good.
Okay, have a good night.
Yes, thank you very much. You too.
Take care.